What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Insurrectioning Podcast. Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoy the show.
So, Zer0, I have it on good authority that Cotton is a cross-dresser and that you can confirm that. Is that true?
Yeah, it's definitely true. Unfortunately, I have seen him in a miniskirt, and it's not pretty.
Wait.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. Hold on.
At least shave your legs, you know?
Yeah, that is not a sight I want to see after meeting Cotton in real life. That is horrifying.
He's a hairy guy.
He really is. Oh, there goes a cat.
Yep.
Yeah, he heard Cotton was cross-dressing and wanted to get the fuck out of here.
That cat bolted. I have a screenshot of a Cotton tweet that says, "I'm a diagnosed homosexual." So, keeping that one for the books, just whenever I feel like I need it.
So he's a diagnosed homosexual, a cross-dresser, and I heard that he cross-dressed at Childerberg. Is that true?
I wasn't there for the whole time.
Oh, so it might have been after.
Yeah.
So when he went to dinner with you and your wife, he didn't come up in a dress.
No.
Did your wife have any missing dresses after he left?
They wouldn't fit.
Listen, man, I don't know. Maybe he likes the ill-fitting ones. They show off the goods. I don't know.
The zipper in back doesn't zip all the way up when he puts it on.
Hey, I like it when it fits tight. So,
I mean, does it not fit because of the hair or because of the back fat? Because I could see both.
the back fat really does it for me. The hair's just the icing on the cake.
I do not want to eat a cake that has back hair as icing. I'm just gonna put that out there. Oh man, but this is quite the start. Welcome to the show, Zer0, of the former Dissecting Liberty that has now gone defunct.
The now defunct.
Yeah, our competition slowly withers away and dies as it should. So, how have you been, man? How are you handling the death of your crappy show?
Damn.
Oh my God. Thanks. A lot more free time. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I
Well,
feel
what
that.
have you been doing that? You've been doing a lot of shit in that free time.
I have. At first I wasn't, but then I decided that I was going to garden like an MFer.
You have been.
And so, yeah, I'm just getting started. I have big plans.
So what do these plans entail? So if society goes to shit, what can I steal from your garden?
If you can find my garden, you can find like everything, I guess. So okay, I'm really excited about this. When I first bought seeds like over a week ago, I just ordered from this like place that they advertise on the propaganda report, right? It's this place in Georgia.
Oh, Sneed's Feed. No, that's the Simpsons one. Neighbors Feed and Seed.
Yeah, Neighbors Feed and Seed.
Sneed.
Damn it!
I went right down to Springfield.
But so I ordered these seeds, and at that point I didn't really know what I wanted, and so I just had the guy like help me out and pick some stuff for me, and I ended up getting these. They're called Rattlesnake pole beans, and after I got them, I'm looking at this package. I'm like, okay, I want to see what this looks like. Apparently, these things are just insanely gigantic. Like, I went and looked on YouTube, and this guy had like an 8-foot fence, and these things had snaked up the entire thing and were like going over the top to the other side. And yeah, I'm excited about those. They're apparently really like you can get a ton of beans off of this thing. So.
Now I know what to call my penis.
Oh my God!
Nah, just kidding. 2-inch Punisher is more accurate.
I was just about to say. I was just about to call it a 2-inch Punisher.
I've told that to
I know you so well.
I've told that to every girl
well.
I've talked to. It works every time.
Yeah, you do you, bud.
Well, dude, when they see that's 3 inches, then they're surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I told my wife the other day. She had said something about how great it was that I had done something for once, and I'm like, well, now I'm gonna have to lay off for a little bit. That way, if I keep your expectations low, you're gonna be nicely surprised when I actually do something for you.
Right, dude. That's the trick to women. You have to
It's a
keep their
formula.
expectations low. I mean, it's not like they deserve anything anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
No,
they're,
you're
like,
exactly right. Yeah.
From the book of future. Like, it's just misogyny is the way. It is the path, the light.
So we talked about this a little bit already, Jay.
Sweet.
Zer0, I know you weren't even on Instagram anyway, but did you see that we're not going to be able to be misogynist or racist or anything else, autistic on Instagram anymore?
No, I have
Yeah.
not heard about
Earlier
it.
today, they announced that hate speech in DMs, not just in posts. They were already, obviously cracking down on that. But hate speech in DMs
Oh, no.
is now going to be grounds for banning users. And so about 15 minutes after that announcement was made, we moved our chat to Telegram.
It was immediate.
Because that wasn't going to last long. So,
And then our pet German went right away Nazi. It was like also immediate.
yeah, kind of opened the floodgates for a minute there.
All the dark thoughts we've been hiding, just it's all got to come to the light at one point.
Speaking of which, I'm currently sitting on about 10 and a half hours left on my Twitter suspension. Got a little one earlier today, and apparently you're not allowed to suggest that politicians should off themselves. In the email I got announcing that my Twitter was suspended, they offered me the number to the suicide hotline as if I was the one who needed it. So my tweet, it was a quote tweet of like a news thing saying that some Republicans were considering forming a anti-Trump third party. And so I quote tweeted, I was like, breaking, some Republicans consider political suicide. And then under that, I was like, if only we could get them to consider actual suicide. And I got banned for that.
No, that's interesting. They ban you, give you the suicide hotline, so they think that you're the one who wants to commit suicide, but then they take away your outlet. They're like, no, you're going to be alone.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm salty that everyone around me is getting banned. Like, this is your third ban in 2 months, Porter. And I haven't been banned since my first week of using Twitter last year. And it's like, I feel like that episode of South Park where Mr. Garrison is upset that his dad never molested him. Like, do you not love me, Jack? Why do you not want to... I literally said blue check marks deserve a slow and painful death. And I'm going under the radar. Give me the blaze of glory I want.
Jay's into Twitter BDSM.
I'm a sadist in every other regard, but Jack hurt me, Daddy. Come on.
It's also a sub.
See,
Only on Twitter. Only on Twitter.
I thought I was safe until like the last 2 months, and then I got at least one, I think it was a 7-day suspension, and then they just kicked me off for good because I suggested that, what was that? What did I say? Hey. Yeah, I'm on video. So,
Hi, Zero's wife.
I'm currently recording, so
Hi, Zer0 Liberty.
yeah. She's totally off of Discord and Twitter. She couldn't handle it anymore. I forget what I said, but I basically you know what? I said that I think it was Joe Biden and Kamala Harris needed to be tried and executed for war crimes. That's what it was.
That seems reasonable to me.
Yeah, I mean, trial, like I gave them a trial. So.
Right, yeah. That was perfectly just.
That's right.
What was the 7-day suspension for before then?
I don't even remember.
Because my only 7-day suspension was I told a girl I hoped her grandma died of COVID. Because we were arguing about the effectiveness of masks, and I got like 2 tweets in, was like, why am I arguing this? And she accused me of wanting her grandma to die, like the NPC line. She literally just said it to me. I was like, you're right, I hope your grandma dies, and just left it at that. And then she didn't actually report it because she replied again like, wow, you deleted the tweet, how brave, or something like that. So I don't think she realized it got taken down by someone other than me. Like it got deleted without my consent. But someone else saw that and reported me, and it took all of like 12 minutes too after I sent it.
Oh dang!
I replied. I was like, "Yep, that one's gonna get me off for a while." I didn't expect 7 days, but
I got 7 days for calling the ADL bad for Jews.
I forgot about that.
I was like,
yeah, that
fuck
was
you,
even
you
more
pussy ass
ridiculous.
mother. It was like my second day using Twitter for like the first time in a year. And it was like, hey, ADL, fuck you. You make all Jews look bad, you pussies. And then I got hit with a ban.
What? That's not
It
even.
was probably more the strong language.
Yeah,
thing.
that's
Right?
what I've heard.
And then I haven't gotten banned for anything since then. Give me something. I want the clout of getting a suspension. Come on.
You have to go after
hell.
the right people.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been going after the blue check marks now. Nothing's happening.
You have to go after.
I mean, I want to be going after them physically, but this is the best I'm going to get for now. But Zer0, I love how you just have not made a new account. You've just been using Dissecting Liberty without even rebranding it. You just put 0 in parentheses after the name.
That was
The
hilarious.
show isn't even around anymore. Like, you guys are releasing your final episode soon, and it's just like, whatever. This is 0.
I'm waiting for that. Well, here's the thing: is that I can't create a new account because you have to give up your phone number. And
Oh, get a Google number. They give those away for free.
yeah. Oh, are they free? Because I was looking at getting a
Yeah.
number, and it was like going to cost me $2, and I'm like, maybe
$2
it's time.
for Twitter? No thanks.
Yeah, no. Do you know how many seeds I can buy with that?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know, actually. What's the exchange rate of dollars to cucumber seeds?
Cucumber seeds. Yeah, I mean, most of the packs I've been buying are like $250. But if you get something like radishes, that's like 600 seeds in one pack.
Yeah, but who likes
And
radishes?
then you have something that you don't want to eat. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's why.
I'd rather get Twitter for $2.
Oh, I still don't know about that, but
Listen, man, radishes or
something
autism, I'll
you'd
take
rather
the autism.
not eat, or something you'd rather not do. But
On Twitter, you just grow tired of normies,
I mean, my timeline is so carefully curated that's only autists, so I don't have to worry about the normies. They barely pop up on there.
That's the only way to do it.
It's just caught in saying I'm a diagnosed homosexual.
the only time anyone stupid pops up on my timeline anymore is because Ace is quote tweeting them in some 16-hour-long Twitter battle. It's like
That guy.
I can't
Oh,
do
man.
it. I don't know how he
I
does
love
it.
him.
I love Ace, but man.
But if any of you ever wonder, like, am I spending too much time on Twitter? Just go to his timeline. You'll feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
I remember when I first got on Twitter. Like I used to actually be sincere in my arguments, which is amazing. I used to right.
Oh,
I used to sincerely argue with Bernie supporters. I don't know why. I'm like, oh, I can change these people's minds. Just argue economics with them, explain to them.
Yeah. Post a supply and demand graph with the minimum wage line drawn on it.
Exactly.
Tell them taxation is theft one more time and they'll join our side.
If you bombard people.
No, my first month on Twitter, I was calling everyone simps.
Nice.
Yeah, Jay had Twitter accounts for a while, and then he's like, hey guys, let's move to Twitter a little bit more in the Instagram chat. And so I did, because I'd had a personal account for a while, which I'm sure you've encountered by now, Zer0, or maybe not, I don't know. But then I was like, okay, fine, and I made like my account as the same name that I had on Instagram and moved over and stuff. And then like 2 days after that, Jay and I both got blocked by the redheaded libertarian by
No, I'm still not.
redheaded libertarian.
I'm not
Like,
blocked by her.
wait, what?
I am not. After that whole ordeal, she blocked everyone that joined me, but she didn't block me.
Yeah, so I'm blocked on 2 accounts by her now. Because I got blocked on my personal a while back when she was saying stuff. It was when our embassy in, was it Iraq? I think it was Iraq. Our embassy got attacked.
Oh yeah, she was.
And she was arguing it was like sovereign territory or something.
Oh,
I don't remember the entire argument, but people were just dunking on her, and I joined in, and I got blocked then on my personal, and then when you started like the simp war or whatever it was, it was your meme. That's what it was. It was. You were like Latin American libertarian girls versus.
Yeah, I took a.
What was it?
I took a Brazilian E-model that's an ANCAP and then just a generic stock photo of redhead. I was like Brazilian libertarians versus American libertarians. And she breaks down entirely. She like starts quote tweeting me, making all these responses. She changes my meme. And that's the first time I ran into MMA narcist El Pulpo. Like he came in and fucked with her meme version of mine. It was a day-long shitstorm.
Oh man,
I loved it. I loved every second of
I
it.
was glad when you guys moved over to Twitter.
It was definitely a good decision. Yeah.
It was a better
been
move.
fun.
Instagram fucking sucks. Still salty that Porter outgrew me and followers.
It was one tweet that did it. It was just the one good tweet I had.
One tweet. I was constantly ahead of you by like 200 followers, and now you're
Yeah.
beating me by
I
100.
made one tweet that got.
Fuck you, you
I
scum.
made one tweet that got retweeted by a bunch of One American News Network people and Michael Malice actually and Dave Smith, like several people, and I just took off. I've kept that follower, although for a while there I did, like, even before. So the purges a couple weeks ago, I lost, like right after Trump was banned, I lost maybe like 80 followers or so. But even before then, I was like gradually on a downslope, and it just increased in the frequency at which I was losing followers for a little while there. And that's because all the people who followed me for that one tweet, most of them were just like MAGA conservatives. And then they realized what I actually was. And so I was just like gradually losing some of them along the way. But now I'm back up, and I'm over 900. I'm over where I was before. So on the road to 1,000.
Wait,
Unless I get banned.
Why is this meme pro John McCain's tumor? Like what?
Yeah.
No, that's fucking on Mel's server. That's Dina File's fucking display name. The tumor that ended McCain.
That's amazing.
For a while, like for a few days right after John McCain died and before the editors got to it, if you went to his Wikipedia page, or no, if you went to the the American anti-war movement Wikipedia page, it's just like a general description of the anti-war movement in America. Kind of gives like a history of it and stuff. It had a little section like in the the most frequent one, because it's arranged in chronological order. So at the very bottom of the page, you could scroll down and see a little section, and it said like recent this is like recent progress has been made in the American anti-war movement by significant figures such as John McCain's brain tumor and stuff like that. It was so good. I have a screenshot of that buried in my camera roll somewhere from before it got changed. But it was hilarious.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
So while we're talking about social
Porter,
media,
I'm trying
what
to
do y'all
find
think
those
of
word
this?
cloud. Oh,
Oh yeah, you find that.
the word.
What do you think of
Yeah, I'm
this?
trying to find the word clouds.
I know what you said. Don't interrupt me again. What do you think of this Gina, what's her name? Carano, is that right?
Hey, Porter.
Yeah.
Jay, I'll mute you. What do you think of that? Because I woke up this morning and saw the news, and I actually like The Mandalorian. It's like one of the only good Star Wars things that's come out in the last, well, since Disney acquired it, basically.
Ever.
That and Rogue One was actually, I enjoyed both of those.
Rogue One was good, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like disappointed when I saw that she got fired, and I went, I just read the news headlines first, and I was like, okay, she said some like mildly conservative stuff and got banned and and got fired. I mean, and then I went to her profile to check it, and it's full of like vaccine skepticism and all kinds of like culture war stuff.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Vaccine skepticism.
And I
hadn't seen that.
And so before I even checked her profile, I just tweeted like at Gina Carano did nothing wrong, and then I actually clicked on the tag. I mostly tweeted this a quick way to get to her account. And then
Based.
and then I clicked on it, and I started scrolling through, and I went back to my tweet and quoted it, and I was like, wait, she's actually extremely based. Like this is awesome. I didn't know she was like this.
Yeah. I'm surprised that she wasn't fired sooner, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. After reading the stuff, I was like, how'd she last this long?
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't long after the lockdowns, and she was already talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just because thirsty libertarian. I saw this because thirsty libertarians were always quote tweeting her. You know how it is.
Yeah.
They want Mommy Mandalorian GF.
Me too.
Me too, Porter?
I didn't say me
man.
too. What?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I fucking heard you, man. I had one beer. I am not drunk.
On 3 beers, you'd say the same thing. So
I found a word Nuvula thing. My biggest words back in June were fucking, fuck, dude, shit, God, Bourbon, whiskey, drink, beer, guess, work, libertarian, simp, dog, wrong, police, guy, hard, woman,
Hard.
start, market, drink, based makes it on there, of course, toilet for some reason.
Why is toilet on there?
I don't know, but the biggest one is fuck.
Yeah, I remember not being surprised at all when I saw that. It's like,
No.
Yep, checks out. Did you find mine by any chance?
Yeah, I can get yours real quick. I got yours from June. Here we go. So this is June. Libertarian is the biggest. Cop, point, police, fuck, politics, true, vote, wrong, secession, government,
I know
racist.
Lincoln is on
pretty
there, too.
bad. Somewhere. Jay is on here. Oh yeah, I see Lincoln. Podcast, market, shit, white, mind, thinking, libertarianism.
You.
Carl with a K, anarchist, organization, boogaloo.
How did that get on there? I never talk about that.
I don't know. Joke, hard, left, communist. Oh, that's because you're a communist.
No, I remember right before I did that, I spent like an entire day arguing about secession, the Civil War, and Abraham Lincoln in a thread. That might be one of the last actual, like, genuine, sincere arguments I made on Twitter. We're approaching a year now since then.
I love telling normies that Lincoln was a gay white supremacist. It's just the best thing ever. You know?
Call him a white colonizer and see what happens.
White collar.
Oh, and he had a squeaky voice.
He had a squeaky voice, really?
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
But
I am very happy about that. What a fucking faggot.
All right. But in the, like, at least dozens of movies since then that featured him, no squeaky voices. I wonder why that is, right?
Yeah. I was pulling for the vampires in that dumb movie they made about him.
Why were you rooting for the government, dude?
Would have been much cooler to have the... It would have been much cooler to have vampires and the Confederacy rather than Lincoln winning and the Union. So
Yeah, John Wilkes Booth. John Wilkes Booth was a vampire. And a national hero. God bless.
The best thing about Lincoln was his affinity for theater.
had great
Tom
taste.
DeLorenzo made the same joke.
I was just about to say Tom
Yeah.
DeLorenzo made that.
I totally stole that off of. Was it y'all show when you did y'all interview him,
Yeah.
right? Okay, and he did that joke.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if that was Tom Woods or y'all show.
Tom wouldn't make that on Tom's show.
That was by far the most entertaining interview we did. That was fun.
It
That was a great interview.
Sal was fun, though, too.
There was something else. Sal's fun, yeah. Again, somebody I don't agree with on everything, but definitely a fun guy to hang out with and talk with. He was a good one. Something else I learned at Mises U during Tom DeLorenzo's talk, and then we asked him about on the show to spread to more people, was that there was an Aaron Burr Society founded by Gary North. I think it's defunct now, but so it had a seal made, like they made like basically a logo for the organization, and the words on the seal, like inscribed on it, were "not soon enough." It was all anti-Hamilton stuff.
Oh man,
I love Michael Malice, but I don't know why Hamilton's his hero. Like, if you listen to Tom DeLorenzo talk about him, I can't possibly find a way to like him.
Well, I mean, if you're an accelerationist, then you know,
Well, maybe,
Hamilton's great.
I mean, he did get some things right. He was more in favor of a monarchy than an elected presidency. That actually might have solved some problems. I mean, it's not really anything on too macro of a level, but
I never listened to that debate that he did with Tom Woods, but not long ago, I think it was maybe 6 months ago, I heard him on Dave Smith, and they had talked about it, why he liked Hamilton, and basically his argument went like Hoppe and all the people that, you know, agree with Hoppe that monarchy is preferable to democracy, like, you should be a fan of Hamilton because he was essentially a monarchist. And, you know, like that's basically how his argument went. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, that does make sense.
I still don't like him, but whatever, you know.
I'll give him credit there. The problem is he had all the ideas of political organization in terms of monarchy, but in terms of actual like policy and practice, he was all the crony capitalism we have today, the, you know, corporatism, favoritism, all that stuff, whatever you want to call it. That was all. I mean, he brought that to the federal government, and Tom DiLorenzo does a great job explaining that in that interview, talking about how he got the job as Secretary of the Treasury in the first place and stuff like that.
You know what's wild is, I forget where I heard this. It was obviously some podcast because I don't read. But
Same.
But someone mentioned that, I'm totally blanking. Thomas Jefferson. I was thinking Jefferson Davis. Same thing, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, someone was saying that Thomas Jefferson was actually, he had this idea of, he was pro public school, like even before like anyone had come up with like government school or whatever. He was like in favor of that in Virginia.
Huh.
I forget exactly how it went. Yeah, it was like he was in favor of like a state-run school system that was like free. Well, you know, free.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very progressive and like very surprising because it came from Thomas Jefferson, and everyone thinks of him as the, you know, civil liberties guy, and also the, you know, he slept with his slaves.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the dirty fucking miscegenator.
You're one to talk.
Hey, fuck
Wow.
you. I'm Jewish. It doesn't count when I do it.
Practicing your shape-shifting, I see.
I can be Latino when I want to. It counts.
Zer0, you reminded me because you said you don't read. I do a little bit still. Actually, for one of my classes right now, though, I'm reading something pretty fascinating. So I'm a business major, but I'm taking a poli-sci class this semester as just a social science credit I need. But it's like a sort of high-level class. It just didn't have any prereqs for some reason, so I was like, okay, sounds cool. But it's called Understanding Intra-State Conflict. So it's conflict at the sub-state level, like within the state. Civil wars, irregular warfare, inside state boundaries, stuff like that. And so everyone else, on the first day, our icebreaker is all the normal stuff. You know, what year are you? What's your name? Why are you taking this class is one. And what's your major, of course. And so we're going around. It's a Zoom class, unfortunately. And so we're going around the Zoom call, everyone's saying. And everyone in there is either poli-sci major or poli-sci minor. There are a couple international studies, but it's basically the same thing. And they get to me, I'm like, I'm an economics and operation and supply chain major. I just wanted to take this class because it sounded cool. Everyone else is like, yeah, I really want to go into field work and like do this for my job. I'm like, I don't know, the topic sounded kind of interesting. But some people were like, well, you know, it's relevant to current events and I want to learn how to stop stuff like this because, you know, the semester didn't start long after the January 6th stuff. This was like a week and a half after the attack on the Capitol, whatever you want to call it. I think Lee from In Block Press had the best term for it. He called it what was it? It was a ghost tour, basically, of the Capitol. But he had some other adjectives on there. It was like an exciting ghost tour or something.
Oh man,
because that's basically what they did. They just strolled around the Capitol building for a while, broke a couple windows to make it look cooler, and then walked out. Got arrested a couple days later by the FBI. So.
Yeah, I called it an unguided tour, but then I realized that they actually had the cops were actually guiding them in some areas.
Well, there's the video of the guys walking into the Senate chamber, and the cops are just standing there, like, pointing out what each thing is. Like, one of them's like, I don't know if he was a cop or just a worker there. I'm not sure. I don't remember from the video. But the QAnon shaman guy with the antlers on and everything, the headdress, walks up to the dice, and the guy's like, this is the most sacredest part of the whole chamber, or something like that. And first of all, the religious language is a little bit disturbing, but the whole thing was funny. Like, they're just describing what each thing is. But anyway, people in the class were like, yeah, I want to prevent stuff like that. You know, that made me sad to watch. And fortunately, the whole class hasn't been like that. We haven't studied shit like that at all, which has been nice because it would have been painful to do so. but everyone else is
They
in
get
there.
they get to you, and you're like, I just watched the first 5 minutes of Lone Survivor over and over. Or what? No, it's not Lone Survivor. What's that show?
Designated Survivor.
Designated Survivor.
Yes.
Yeah. I just watched that over and over.
Yeah. So they got to me, and I had to make up some BS reason because I was like, I don't know. Hopefully this stuff comes in useful later. It's like the Dora the Explorer meme. It's a surprise tool that'll help us later. Why is the anarchist dude learning about civil conflict in school? Just intellectual curiosity, of course, nothing further.
That's fantastic.
But we're actually reading a pretty fascinating book. We're reading a book called Rebelocracy by Anna Arjona. It's called, the subtitle is Social Order in the Colombian Civil War.
Oh.
And I talked about this, I think you listened to our last episode. I talked about this with Jay a little bit, learning about all the different groups down there. I mean, they have like over 40 different militant groups. But they kind of all, like, they form alliances and operate under larger umbrella organizations and stuff. The paramilitaries are way more fractured than the guerrilla groups. The main guerrilla groups are just the FARC, the ELN, and the EPN, which are all like communist or, well, the FARC is Marxist-Leninist, the ELN is Maoist, and back during the 70s when this all started, they got support from the Soviets and the Cubans and all kinds of stuff. So that's interesting to learn about, but like reading about the paramilitaries is even more fun because the author was describing it's about how social order forms even in war zones. And so as part of that, the author's describing like the different practices within the groups and the discipline, not just the ideology, but the actual like discipline and organizational structure is different in these. So the communist guerrillas are actually way more disciplined and way more well organized, like strictly organized than the paramilitaries, and they don't get paid. They when they sign up, it's for life. Like when you join the FARC, you don't leave. You die FARC, and that's it. Like you there's no like you go back to your normal life after you join the FARC. And the paramilitaries though, it's more like come and go. You can get a contract for like 6 months, a year, a few years, whatever you want. You get paid a salary, everything. The guerrillas, you don't get paid at all. It's just, live in the jungle and hopefully you take enough stuff from people to survive. And but
the only benefit's cocaine.
Well, there's a lot of cocaine that goes on. Yeah, both sides, both types of groups force the farmers to grow cocaine and then tax it basically as they sell it to the cartel. They're kind of middlemen. Then some paramilitaries in recent years, like since the 2010s, have actually just formed a cartel, and they pretend to be like right-wing anti-communist stuff, but it's mostly just a front for selling tons and tons of cocaine into the U.S. Like in reality, it's not ideological at all. It's just that they can just grow and sell a ton of cocaine, and they control the whole process from the ground up. So they're basically their own cartel now, but they call themselves right-wing paramilitaries. But it's like really fascinating to read about.
Similar to the Los Zetas in Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, exactly. But the actual study of the book.
Man, they'll fuck the Los Zetas.
It's just the most like ANCAP thing ever. It's just hookers, cocaine, and guns.
Yeah, and I actually strongly recommend the Popular Front podcast, episode 73. He interviews what's his name? I'm not gonna remember it off the top of my head. He interviews a guy who's been on the ground in Colombia for a long time. He's specifically an expert in the cocaine trade down there, but he knows about the whole conflict because he focuses on Colombia in particular. And it's a really good episode. I listened to that before starting this book just to kind of refresh myself. But
I wonder how one goes about becoming an expert in cocaine trade.
Yeah, sounds like an interesting career choice. Really, I'm not sure. Now, he actually has some pretty good things he says in there. I don't think he's a libertarian. I mean, most people aren't. But he does note, like, the people who get rich off this aren't remarkable people. Like Pablo Escobar, El Chapo, the leaders of the paramilitary group now. I think they're called the Gulf Group. That's the kind of paramilitary turned cartel, because they operate in like the Gulf area of Colombia. And And he's like, these are not extraordinary people. It's just the people who win are the ones who are willing to be the most brutal, the most violent. They have the least restraint. And he says that's the case because it's illegal. It's a black market. And so violence is what wins in the black market, and not actual skill, talent, and stuff like that. All the good stuff that actual extraordinary people normally succeed for. And that was actually a pretty profound point, I thought. But the whole episode's good. But the book I'm really enjoying because it basically talks about how order forms in communities at the local level, like when they're occupied by armed groups, or how it doesn't form. And like, I don't know, again, what tool that might come in handy later. Because it's pretty fascinating stuff about like what worked for the armed groups and what didn't, like how they got civilian cooperation in air quotes. Sometimes it's coerced, but it's more or less cooperative instead of active resistance, at least. Actually, it may surprise you, given that the FARC are supposed to be like fighting for the peasants and whatever. The paramilitaries are generally more successful at establishing order and getting civilian cooperation. Like all the measures, actually one of the variables they measure is how often civilians would go get a beer with one of the fighters. And the paramilitaries are way higher, like 80% of the civilians polled or whatever in the surveys they did said that had happened before, like with a paramilitary group, but only like 20% with the communist fighters. So, it's pretty funny. It's kind of how American communists work. It's like, we're fighting for the working class, and then they meet a working class person and they realize they're all racist Nazis or something. And so yeah. It's a pretty big disconnect, and apparently it's not unique to America. So I'm actually learning a lot of good stuff. It's an enjoyable book, an enjoyable class, but I do have to keep my mouth shut every once in a while. There was a chapter on establishing legitimate institutions and like defining legitimacy, and basically the hypothesis is that if a community already has institutions that are both legitimate and effective, that is, they're widely accepted and they're able to enforce the rules that are widely accepted, then that community has a stronger chance of resisting rule by armed groups. But I was speaking about that in class and used the example, like trying to explain how it's difficult to actually define legitimacy, and kind of taking issue with the definition the author offered in the book. And I was like, Congress regularly has approval ratings below 15%. Like, so are they widely accepted? How do you define that? Like, what counts as widely accepted? What counts as legitimate? And where do you draw the line there? And
when only 50% of the population votes.
Exactly. And I don't remember exactly how, because we were talking about, of course, all this in the context of actual political violence, and so I almost walked out on a limb there that I wasn't going to be able to walk back on. So I kind of like cut off mid-sentence, and the professor gave me like a weird look, and then called on the next person, and I had to stop my point halfway before I took it all the way, and I might say something I regret. So it's just funny having to bite my tongue in that class fairly often.
You're just ending it off with, at what point do we bring out the wood chippers? That's my question.
Yeah.
I'm more of a guillotine man, or the noose.
Or how hard would it really be for an armed group to take over in some place there, since the institutions aren't really that effective or legitimate? And people would turn to a different actor pretty quickly if they could provide superior institutions, which is exactly what we see happen in Colombia. That's why we were discussing it, because the paramilitaries are actually pretty damn good at providing order and security, and the state institutions weren't. And that's kind of where I was going with ours. And then I realized we don't have any armed groups yet that I can talk about from a scientific.
You can talk about.
What I can talk about from a scientific standpoint without sounding a little suspicious in the middle of my poli-sci class, surrounded by a bunch of progressive poli-sci majors who are going to be my ruling overlords one day. God forbid.
No, not if the armed group thing works out.
Yeah, that's right.
But okay, but Zer0, we were promised full Fed posting, so I got to know that, let's say AOC hypothetically were actually in the Capitol that day, and you were also part of the Boomer Ghost Tour, and you wound up finding her office. What would have happened, theoretically, hypothetically, in real life, as if this were a real event, and this were something that, you know, if I were an FBI agent, I'd be writing down notes.
You've really backed me into a corner here. I've made promises that I can't deliver on.
Well, I mean, would you rescue her, take her to a romantic dinner, brutally murder her, and parade her carcass around Washington, D.C.?
Well, it wouldn't be A or B, I'll tell you that.
Process of elimination, I like that. That's how I pass tests, too. Well, let me just say this. You know how somebody stole her shoes on that day? Allegedly, at least. I don't know if that story was ever confirmed. Well, if you wanted to sniff her feet, you could just take those. If she were in her office, hypothetically. Just...
If her shoes got stolen, that means that they were in, like, some senator's office.
Yeah, that's true.
Usually women take their high heels out with them as they do the walk of shame.
But you know, that also means Ben Shapiro was in the Capitol that day.
Anybody find an abandoned hair tie, too?
No, do you know that screen grab people get from her Instagram stream where she's, like, putting her hair back?
Yes.
That was so
That was
good.
actually Mitch McConnell's office.
Oh, man. Oh, that reminds me of...
My Antifa Lover. We did the reading. It's coming out on Valentine's Day. It's this Sunday.
Y'all know Space Lottie on Twitter?
Yeah.
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, he used to be Fart Pimpson.
Yeah, Fart Pimp.
Oh, okay, I know who that is.
He had this tweet today, or maybe yesterday, and he was like, I would tell Kamala Harris to suck a fat dick, but I'm afraid she'd get a promotion.
Well, you know what I would actually do if I found AOC in her office and I were at the Capitol?
What?
I would have challenged her to a debate.
Oh, yeah?
Because that's what good libertarians do. I would have challenged her to a good faith debate.
You challenged her to a good debate while Ben Shapiro's sneaking away with her shoes.
Yeah, exactly. We've got our priorities straight. We can stream it on our Instagram live with 1,500 followers. That's the way to promote liberty.
If I were in her office, I would have beep, 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 beep. I'll just censor myself
You're the
now
editor.
so I don't have
You
to
could
go.
literally just add in actual
I don't-
beeps. You just
feel like-
ad-lib.
You know what?
That's just the laziest editing.
You lazy ball.
Yeah, you know, should I go through and, like, when I'm editing, actually put a censor there? Or, nah, we'll just leave it in.
Nah. We've already talked about
No.
it, so now it wouldn't make sense.
No, it'd be even better if we talked about it. Think about it.
No, leave it in so that Derek and Cotton can come back later and criticize the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Hey, at least we're recording locally with Audacity now, so my audio
Yeah,
doesn't
and
sound
listen,
crackly. And
I never
like
want
shit,
Derek
you
to
know?
come in and critique me because I've never sent my dick in a plate of pasta to a group chat. So, just saying.
I think
That's fair. That's a fair point.
I think my favorite picture ever that I've seen of another man's genitals in the Liberty sphere is in the
Just stop right there.
the famous.
Just-
No, it's good. Let me keep going.
It can't get any...
the infamous Stefan Kinsella heavyweight thread, the one where he
Oh
drops the
my
heavyweight copy pasta. At first, the artist formerly known as El Polpo, R.I.P. his old account. He's back anonymous, but he responds with, I don't remember what books he used in the picture. I wish I had a screenshot of it. I can't believe I didn't take one, but I couldn't do it to my dignity to have a screenshot of his balls in there, because he has some books laid out on his bed that are all like anti-intellectual property. Because he's actually a smart dude, but he plays like he's an idiot on Twitter. It's so funny. Like, he actually reads though, and he has several books against intellectual property that aren't Stefan Kinsella's, even though I know for a fact he actually owns Kinsella's book against IP as well. And and he has them laid out like on his bed. He has 3 of them spread out. Then at the very bottom of the picture, he just has one single testicle laid on the bed, but you can barely see it. And it's in reply to Kinsella, and Kinsella says something back and just doesn't notice it.
Oh, that's
It's
too
just
good.
at the very bottom of the picture. You don't see it unless you actually tap on the picture, like open it up in the tweet. But it's just one single ball laying on his bed.
I mean, hey,
so
dude,
good.
that's better than Nate from Nate Tweets Good, where he just posts his full balls in the middle of a debate for no fucking reason.
Dude, I remember that every
man.
time. I haven't seen him on the timeline in a while. Did he get banned?
No, he's back now,
Or is he
but
just-
No, I think he's
yeah,
still
he's
there.
back now. He was gone for a little.
Okay.
He just has like a kid.
Yeah, he
Oh, so he has a life. That's
Yeah.
why. Okay.
he disabled his own account. He got married, had a kid, so he's been out of his lover Duncan's life for a bit. But they went skiing or snowboarding recently, so the relationship is healed. God bless Duncan.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Duncan is a beautiful soul. I love him. I hate that Nate would ever hurt him.
Yeah, so I just opened my phone for a second and saw a dumb Cotton tweet that I'm not going to read.
No, please read it.
I do remember one of my favorite. No, it's not worth it. I'll read another one of his from memory. One of my favorite Bob Murphy tweets is or maybe no, it's Jonathan Newman. That's who it is. Another Austrian econ guy who came to Mises U. Actually, I enjoyed talking to him a lot, but he tweeted, "I have a carefully curated timeline" or something like that, and because he follows a bunch of people, he follows me on both of my accounts actually, and not to flex or anything, but
It's not a flex. No one knows who he is.
and he has a screenshot. Yeah, well, he has a screenshot of like 3 tweets on his timeline, and one of them's like a news article from someone like CNN. I don't know. One of them is another economist saying something economics like I don't know what it was, and then the third one is Cotton at the bottom, and it's "I'm part of the bowel movement."
Yeah, I remember that
It's
one.
incredible.
Holy shit.
That was a great tweet.
Okay, so I don't know if this well, whenever this episode comes out, if you haven't listened to the final episode, which is coming out in a few days from when we're recording right now, for those who do drink, I don't. I'm guessing Porter doesn't. I don't know.
No,
yeah.
I'm the only alcoholic on the show right now.
I have a really okay. Wow.
No,
Actually,
Tim
I'm
definitely
disappointed.
counts.
I said
pet
right
German?
now. If Tim were here,
Oh,
he'd be the
you
other
mean like
alcoholic.
recording currently?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I have a drinking game for anyone who is going to listen to that final episode, especially if you try to do all 9 hours in one day.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I actually didn't know it was gonna be that long, and now I'm gonna do it. I'll listen.
It's
to all
gonna
9
be-
hours.
It's going to be a monster episode. But the drinking game is every time that Cotton mentions one of his tweets, you take a shot or something.
Every time Cotton talks slow, just
you'll
drink
be-
Clorox. Wait, Zero,
You'll
did
make
you
it
edit
about
the
30
part?
seconds of the 9 hours.
Zero, did
did
you
what?
edit the segment where he had me and Bird on yet?
I don't edit, dude.
Oh, he said you
Cotton
would.
does all the work.
He said you were gonna edit it. That fucking liar. Oh well, there's a segment.
Sometimes I listen to him and then send him timestamps, but that's it.
Oh, that lying bastard! When we recorded, he said you edit. He said you were gonna edit that one. Fuck, asshole. Fuck
Now I don't
Cotton.
know which one of you's telling.
I've
the
literally never edited an episode.
Hashtag fuck Cotton. Linen is my preference.
Dude, I don't edit. I don't prepare. Like, I don't even show up with a good attitude half the time. I'm just the worst co-host, you know? It's like-
Oh man, but dude, then you're gonna love the segment that he had with Bird and I. That was fucking golden. I won't spoil
Okay,
anything because
awesome.
I want the listeners of this show to hear that. But it was it was fucked up, but good.
I remember some tweets that came out of that, and I just was confused. But
Oh yeah, the gorilla
figured out-
energy.
yeah, gorilla energy. That's what
Be
it
the
was.
gorilla. Be the gorilla.
My first thought was it was some Discord joke I'm too cool to understand because I don't participate in the Discord. Zero and I are the two
Yeah.
inactives in there.
yeah, every, 2 months they, tag us and they're like,
Yeah.
you guys aren't, we're going to kick you out.
Yeah, say
You
something.
guys aren't active
Yeah.
here.
I really need Cotton here because he's my counterpart in this analogy. Because you two are too similar. Two Christians that don't give a shit and don't use Discord. It's I need Cotton here. Where's my alcoholic counterpart?
I had so much fun hanging out with Cotton in Auburn this past summer. I hope he gets to come again. I hope I get to go again. I gotta complete my application.
Oh, you hope he comes again? How much did he come over the week?
Oh, so much, dude. We filled up like a jar and a half.
Was there any of My Little Pony dolls in the jar?
I don't know. That was up to Stratty. He took it home.
Oh, well, let me call him up real quick and see.
Did all that happen while he was wearing a dress?
Yeah,
halfway.
was Cotton wearing it?
Sometimes he was just wearing nothing. That's more fun. But other times he was wearing a dress.
Well, he doesn't need to
He was
wear
wearing nothing
anything
when we
with
had
all the
less
hair,
time.
dude.
They kept us pretty busy.
You can't tell. You're like, Mr. Tumnus or Cotton?
Jay, are you actually calling Stratty?
Yeah, let's see if he
There's no way he picks up.
Yeah.
Oh, he picked up. Hey, Stratty. So when you were in Auburn and Cotton was filling up that cum jar, was there a My Little Pony doll in there?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, that's all we need to know. Thanks, buddy. Talk to you later.
He sounds baked out of his mind.
He is.
He's having
Okay,
a good
let's see.
time right now.
All right, let's see if Cotton answers, though.
Are you really going to call Cotton right now? This is what
Yes.
we're doing.
Well, in the meantime, I have a question. Are you guys going to show up for Childerberg?
I'm trying to.
I don't even know
Wait,
the
is
dates
it
for
in
that.
May?
When-
Fuck.
End of May.
Yo.
Hey, Cotton. Okay, so when you were in Auburn and you were filling up that cum jar, was there a My Little Pony doll in there?
No.
Well, Stratty says there was, so...
Well, Friday's wrong.
I think you're the line one here, man. You also said that Zer0 was going to edit your show, and that didn't happen, so... And then, apparently, is it true you're a cross-dresser?
I'm a cross-dresser. No. Actually, what was in the cum jar was the ring I used to propose to Stratton's mother.
Oh! Okay, I see.
He said yes, and it's that Oedipal complex that Stratton has that makes him jealous of me.
Oh. Well, the thing is, I got Zer0 here telling me that you told him you put a My Little Pony doll in the jar along with the ring.
Yeah. Well, Zero's a liar. We know this.
Is he, though?
Liar and a snake.
A snake I can believe, because, he's like, you're my equivalent, like Porter is his equivalent, and Porter is a snake. So I believe it. But, I don't know, man. Over the last hour or so, I feel like I've built a good rapport with Zer0. So I trust him a little more than I trust you because, you're you and he's him.
Yeah, because you've met him. That's why.
Right.
Yeah, Zer0 just...
If it takes you an hour, if it only takes you an hour, then I'm not going to put that much stock into your opinion.
Well, I'm not going to put much stock into your opinion. You picked the worst fucking fabric, you cuck.
Okay.
You fucking loser. God damn,
Came
I'm going
for
to
his
hang up now.
life.
You fucking suck. You fucking suck. Goodbye.
All right, dude.
That's not Cotton being pissed off, by the way. That's just
What
what he
is-
always sounds like.
Right?
He's just always, eating on, pork cracklings or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what was he doing?
Pork rinds and Valium. That's his entire diet. And Robert Mondavi wine.
I don't know where else we can
Just
go with this.
snacking on those.
I don't know what to make.
pickled
I don't know
pig
what to
feet.
make of this. I don't know what to make of this story now. Did he do it? Did he not do it? I don't know. It's a cliffhanger. We'll find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Come to Mises U this summer and you can find out for yourself.
We'll see you there in the closets. Oh, but yeah, Childerberg, I don't know because I'm going to be traveling a lot in May. It's really uncharacteristic of me, but I'm going to New York in the first week, and then 2 weeks later, I'm going to be going to Ocala, Florida with Bird and Skulls and Scalps from Instagram. So I don't know if I'm going to be also in that time frame because
Why would you go to New York?
Voluntarily?
My girlfriend lives there half the time. My girlfriend lives there half the time. It's for Coochie.
Oh, I thought you were gay. My bad.
I know it's really deceiving, but sometimes I am, but sometimes you got to dip in to just realize what you got.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah, exactly. You got to make sure you're not missing out.
Yeah.
Does she keep
But
a
that
cum
means-
jar too, or is that only for the bros?
No, that's only for the girls. Dude. I don't let her keep it.
Yeah. That's right, bro code. That's the answer I was hoping
Yeah.
to hear. I wanted to make sure you hadn't betrayed us.
You think women deserve the cum jar? What the fuck?
Women don't deserve anything.
That's for the boys to take shots from on Saturdays.
This is only going to get more disgusting as we go on. I shouldn't have brought it up again. I'm breaking down.
Jay's like, honey, why is the cum jar more full than when I left? You can take that one how you want it. We can go
I thought
in
you
several
broke up
different
with
directions from there.
Tyrese. I thought you broke. Only Tyrese can come that much. You know you're not allowed to see him anymore. You're only allowed to see Chad.
And you're the one that bullies simps on Twitter.
Yeah, I bullied them. I have my proud
It's all
Cuck
projection.
T-shirt and my male's tears mugs while I'm sipping soy lattes. Oh, you defended women's basketball, you simp. Chad, my girlfriend's husband doesn't like that.
Jeez.
But yeah, Childeberg. I'd like to go, but I don't know if I have the finance to make it because for a Jew, I am really fucking broke.
So what is that for a white person in white person money terms? Like,
That's extra broke. It's like, if I'm broke, then you're like living in a trailer.
oh man.
No, that's like the
been there.
trailer trash is looking down on you. That's what that.
You're on the wrong side of the trailer park.
Dude, imagine a synagogue in a trailer park. The rabbi comes out in a
man.
wife beater and overalls. Now, Shmuley, I heard you fucked your sister again. You know the Torah don't allow that.
Oh man. Speaking of relations with your sister, have you guys ever been to Mississippi?
God, no, thank fucking God.
That's an incredible segue. Wow. No, I have
I've never
not.
and will never set foot in Mississippi.
So I had to go to the OG Intra-State, Alabama, and I passed through Mississippi, and it is everything that the stereotypes describe.
Really?
I just stopped at a gas station. That's it, and I was just blown away. It was a different breed of people. You go from Louisiana's bad, but you hit Mississippi,
Yeah, cough, cough, cotton.
right? Yeah, you hit Mississippi, and it's like you see like 15 cottons all in one spot. It's amazing.
Mississippi is marked by its cotton concentration,
It's really
both
bad.
literally and figuratively.
Like they were some real hillbillies there, man. Like I couldn't believe it. The teeth were
dude.
bad and everything.
I mean, dude. Listen, man. You go to a gas station in Georgia, it's all black people,
That's
and like one Indian is running it, and then it's all black people. The backwoods of Georgia has like no white people.
That's actually that checks out.
It's a
Actually,
really
you know?
weird state. It's not even racist. It's true. It's a very black state.
I was amazed years ago, like a decade ago. I had to go through the Atlanta airport, and I don't think I saw like one airport employee that was not black.
Did you get trafficked while you were there?
I don't like to talk about that part of my life.
That's what I love about Georgia. The Atlanta airport has the most trafficking in the Western world, but what the cops are more cared about is people speeding on the highways in Georgia.
Georgia's speeding laws are the worst.
What a fucking state. I fucking hate Georgia. North Carolina, too. The only time we got a speeding ticket out of state was fucking
I actually
North
got so
Carolina.
lucky. South Carolina is
North
one of
Carolina.
the best states for speeding. We constantly have, well, they claim at least they're understaffed on highway patrol, which means they have plenty, but they just want more. And we don't have super speeder laws or anything like that. So
Florida is the best because the highway patrol outruns you.
yeah,
I just got a text from Cotton.
Okay.
Porter got left out of this one, sorry, but he says Jay is a fag and Stratton is literal poop from a butt.
thank you, Cotton. You know what? I'm okay with being left out of that one.
I feel like Stratty got off way easier than me.
Now you've been
That's funny
now you've been called gay by both Dissecting Liberty hosts.
that's an achievement in and of itself.
Well, that must mean it's true. Time to break up with my girlfriend. Should I fucking call her up right now and be like, sorry, my friend said I'm gay?
When we were getting this little Zoom call set up to talk together, we were trying to figure out whose account to use, and so I set one up before knowing that Jay was also simultaneously making one, and I set the passcode to fag and was hoping I could send it to y'all just to do it, but we didn't get that
Well, if you
far.
told me that, I would have said, let's go with yours,
well,
but
you didn't want to have fun, so
you are a fucking letdown. God, you fucking cock tease.
maybe next time
Oh my
you'll
God,
have to wait.
Porter, you are such a tease. Next time we interview a Mises economist, we'll set the password to fag.
I'm upset because I would have set the tone for the whole show.
Yeah, exactly, right.
It really
we would have just talked
dude.
about this the whole
I
time.
mean, what would have been substantially different about the tone if Porter's the password to fag?
You have a point. You have a point.
Yeah.
It would have started out like this,
It's,
and then, whatever we were talking about at the beginning would have been, what we ended up with. It definitely would have started out on the right foot.
We started out with called in cross-dressing, so, like, it's still a very high bar.
Damn.
Oh, man, but to start going on a more serious note, so now that Dissecting Liberty is coming to a close, are you done with the podcasting world, aside from, like, being a guest?
Yeah, as far as I know for now. I don't have any plans.
Wow, a libertarian with no plans to podcast. Holy
yeah,
shit.
right. Well,
Needle in a haystack.
Yeah, I think with this garden.
Needle in a gay stack.
No, but yeah, I think
With this
I'm
garden,
gonna be pretty busy.
you replaced podcasting with gardening and hiking.
Essentially, yeah, no, for real though. Like hiking is.
There's nothing else you do.
Well, dude, right now I'm training for backpacking on the highest peak in Texas, which is probably like the 49th like highest peak in the 50 states, but whatever. So yeah,
like,
I'm like
that's not
training
very
on the
high.
weekends. Yeah, I know.
That was his point.
What's
It's
that?
not very high at all.
200 foot
It's
elevation.
like smoking CBD.
Smoking
And my wife just poked her head in to give me a look of scorn.
I heard that.
God, we should interview your wife next. She's probably gonna be cooler than you.
Well, yeah,
Something tells me
but
she doesn't
that's
want
why.
to talk to her.
Yeah, no, she doesn't.
No, yeah.
She doesn't. Yeah, no.
We had a
Yes.
no woman rule on the show, and I accidentally broke that.
Wait, when was this?
When was this?
That was the after hours I recorded a couple of weeks ago. The after hours I recorded in Mel's server that just had a shit ton of people, and Skulls and Scalps was on there. And she is not only a woman, but also a minority.
Wait.
So I feel really disgraced.
Wait, we've had Mel on before then, though. After the George
You're
Floyd
literally
stuff.
a minority.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Yeah, never mind. So we had two minority women on. What the fuck is this? This is some bullshit. I forgot we had Mel on.
You're Mexican.
Never. Okay, so Porter broke the rule.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Aside from live shows, Dissecting Liberty stuck to our rule. We stuck to our guns.
Well, I definitely respect that. How many episodes will you have done in total once the final one comes out?
You can guess.
65.
69.
69.
Oh,
Yes.
60. Okay, I should have guessed that.
Hey!
I don't know why I didn't guess that, actually. Because we're only...
Because you're a fucking idiot. We all know it.
This will be number 52, right, Jay? 53, something like that?
53. 52 is... by the time this gets released, it'll already come out. But it's a little delayed because the audio was fucked. So I got to do some heavy editing for that.
Oh, right. I forgot this is delayed by a week. Okay. I thought this was coming out tomorrow. I always get confused. Because I don't do the editing. I don't have to upload anything. So
Yeah.
I do have one last opportunity to Fed post, though. So I'm thinking...
Okay, let's hear it.
So I know, free speech on college campuses has been, a conservative talking point for years now. But it actually is getting pretty bad on mine. They're cracking down more and more. And I'm wondering if I could just go anonymously put up posters, for the most outrageous thing I could possibly say that won't get me sent to jail
okay to
if I
be
get
white.
caught. See, that's exactly what I was thinking. It's okay to be white. Like, I just want like the best reaction possible. That's not actually a complete Fed post. It's not like hang politicians or something. And,
No, dude,
yeah,
be
like-
a complete Fed post. Take one of those posters that's the rainbow flag, and it's like, "Love lives here. We believe in science. Blah blah blah. Black Lives Matter." Be like, "It's okay to be white. Hang politicians. Taxation is theft. Women suck," and just put those up all around campus.
Just leave like a miniature guillotine in the middle of the commons area.
Fuck miniature. Go full size.
Go full size. Like
Leave a sign on it like your governor goes here.
literally bolt it into the pavement.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny.
Make them bring in an earth remover.
Porter, I will drive up with my dad's truck to help you do this.
I would actually, I'd love to do that, man. So yeah, if anyone has any ideas, feel free to submit, because I'd like to make a statement, preferably without getting caught, but something that, I have a decent backup if I do. I will, of course, be wearing a mask while I put these up to comply with the university guidelines, and for no other reason. Certainly wouldn't want to hide my identity or anything like that. It may cover my entire face just to be safe, not just my nose and mouth.
Just don't carry your cell phone while you're doing it.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. No, I think I'm gonna ping every cell tower in a 30-mile radius while I go around, so they can triangulate my exact location.
Just live stream it on your personal Instagram.
Yeah, on my personal. My personal Instagram is basically my front. That's like the facade I put up. My plausible deniability, if you will. It's like the one normal looking.
Yeah, it's
social
like, look
media
at
I
this.
have.
Look at this smile.
Going
Could this
like
be a
Ben
domestic
Shapiro
terrorist?
tweets.
That's right. They're gonna be pulling up my personal Instagram in court and character witnesses and stuff. Like, it could never be him. Look at this. He's a perfectly normal guy. Kind of likes
Hey.
cars. Likes hanging out with friends.
Right now, a Ben Shapiro tweet is more dangerous than a Libertarian Fed Post tweet. So
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding, though.
that's an insane statement.
Yeah. You guys listened to Free Man Beyond the Wall, right?
Yeah.
Oh
A
yeah,
little bit.
all the time.
So did you guys hear, I forget who he was talking with, or maybe he was on someone else's show. I just remember it was Pete. And he was talking about, like, he was kind of freaked out about, like what was going to happen after this, after the unguided tour of the Capitol. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, like, real freaked out. He was talking about, man, like, all sorts. I forget. I shouldn't have brought this up because I didn't know exactly what I had in mind. I just remember the, like, how he was, like, really doom and gloom in that episode.
Yeah, I think he was on Liberty lockdown.
What were some of his predictions, though? Like, what was he saying?
Yeah, so that's the problem. I don't remember everything. I just, I started it and without actually, but anyway, he was talking about how you just, like, really need to be careful, like what you said or something like that on social media. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, just cut this.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't remember. That was my bad.
Jay, you got that timestamp?
Yeah. No, but I think he was on Liberty Lockdown's podcast where he was.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, and he was being a doomer because things were looking real bad at that moment.
Yeah.
And then he got his second jacked off Twitter. So nobody's allowed to say what his new account is. But
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah, don't share it.
Well,
If
like,
you know, you know.
I don't know. Like, send it to
Oh,
me
I'll
in DMs or something.
I'll tell you.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, but
Yeah.
I'll tell
I don't
you.
even know
Yeah.
Porter's personal account.
I'm actually kind of surprised. I've definitely had a little bit of crossover between the two. I haven't been too careful about it.
Yeah, well, I don't follow all the people that I used to follow on my old account, so
Yeah.
I'm not actually sure who I don't follow anymore.
Hold on. I'll send you Pete's account right now.
Cool.
Wait.
What were you gonna say, Jay?
no, never mind. Just that we're at about an hour 15. Feels like it's slowing down. So I don't know. We want to wrap up or
You actually had a story, but then you realized it was gonna turn out like mine.
no. That's actually what I was gonna say. But
Like, oh, I don't want to look like that guy. No, yeah, man, that's cool. We could wrap it up.
I can't show up in the same dress as Zer0. What the fuck? We all show up to Childeberg cross-dressing.
Oh man, we should almost.
You know what would actually be funny?
What? Should we? No.
No.
What?
Maybe not cross-dressing, but if we actually all showed up dressed exactly like how Cotton dresses, like it just is normal, like casual everyday clothes, and all try and talk like him when we first show up, and just, but like not make it too obvious, like not say we're parodying him, just all not entirely act normal, and see how long it takes him to catch on. Just
does everyone own khaki shorts that go above the knee?
Yes.
I do not, but I can get some. Well,
all right, get on that.
That's your opinion, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Like, okay, I guess, if you want to parody me.
Okay, so Jay's going to be the best.
This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Y'all are fags.
Oh man,
That's perfect. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh
right.
boy, we
I
made
couldn't-
so
I
much
couldn't
fun of
even-
Todd in this.
we did.
This has been the Hate Cotton program.
Yeah.
Thank you for.
I have no fear. I mean, what's the worst he can do? Like, stop podcasting with me?
Yeah.
He has no power anymore.
Oh boy,
Oh.
but yeah. Why don't you tell the folks where to find you, Zero?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm used to saying my old plugs. No, you can find. Oh, dang it! I'm gonna change the username too. Crap. Okay, just I don't know, dude. I don't even know what I'm gonna change it to.
Is the final
I
episode
can't give
dropping
you
within a
plugs.
week of today?
Yeah, so I'm gonna change it as soon as it drops on Sunday. So
Okay, then. So
I don't
what's your
know.
new username gonna be?
I'll probably just like my screen name's gonna be Zer0, at least for
Okay.
a while.
I'll just drop it in the description. If you listen to this part, check the show notes. I'll drop his accurate user in there. Editor's note: you can actually find Zero at Memeable Agorist now.
That works.
And that's
That
about
sounds
it
like a
because
good
Zero
plan.
is out of the podcasting
Awesome.
game.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
No more plugs than that.
Shortest plugs ever, you know. He doesn't write, he doesn't read, he doesn't podcast. Yeah.
What kind of libertarian are you? You're not spewing your opinions into the void.
I actually am reading Scott Horton's new book.
Oh, I want to get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
As
haven't
soon
even
as
read
I
his
saw
old
he
book yet.
had published it. Oh, that's sad. I listened
It's
to
on
it.
my bookshelf. I just haven't
'cause,
gotten around to it.
Like I said, I need to get that in like a actual physical form because like I want to give it to my dad. I want to like once I'm done reading enough already, like I want to give him or I want to give that book and Fool's Errand to my dad.
Does he need to read it, or is it something he'll appreciate already?
He needs no he needs to read it.
Okay. Yeah, it's that
He
kind
definitely
of.
he needs to read it.
Yeah.
Dude, I even gave him Radley Balco's book. What is that? What's it? It's the police book.
The Warrior Cop.
Oh,
The Rise of the
yeah,
Warrior,
Warrior Cop. Yeah. And he has yet to say anything negative about cops. He has yet to refer to them as pigs or joke about hog hunting or pig hunting. It's very sad.
Hog hunting.
Yeah, well, that's what we do in Texas. We
Well.
we shoot wild hogs.
And there's your. I know you're actually halfway telling the truth, but there's your final Fed post
Holy
of the night.
shit,
ladies and
Porter! What
gentlemen.
you fucking sent me? Holy shit! Where did you even find that?
Duck, duck, go. I'm sorry. I'm distracting Jay.
Holy fucking shit!
I was editing
I
a certain
can-
image
I can't-
before while you
I
were
cannot even
closing.
say that on air. Holy shit!
No, you can't. And you can't share it anywhere
Holy
either.
fuck.
Well, can you share it with me? Because now I like really want to know.
Yeah, I kind of have to. You're gonna think less
Oh
of me
my
when I share it with you,
fucking
but I will. Oh boy, I'm actually kind of scared to send it on Twitter, but I will.
Oh, I
Oh,
already
you
follow
do?
Pete.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, that one.
I didn't know that. I
dude,
didn't know that was his new account.
His username is really filling a void
funny.
now.
Oh no, I can't. My DMs are
Okay,
limited
let me
too.
send it to him.
Oh no, they're not. Okay. Yeah. No, they're not.
Holy
I've got
crap.
it right here.
The fucking laughing emoji in it. Holy shit.
Oh no, it is. I can't send pictures.
Okay, let me
yeah.
send it.
Okay,
I'll send it to
that's
Zero right now. Holy crap.
I've reached my maximum for the night.
You reached your maximum.
That's my peak. I'm gonna have to chill out after that one.
Oh boy. Okay, Zero, check your DMs. It's in there now.
So Zero, thank you for coming on. This has been a wild episode. What? He's hot.
Oh no!
Holy fucking shit.
You would only find that on DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh crap! I need to send you guys. Oh, okay. After this, I have a meme that I'm. Well, no, I'm not going to admit to making that one. I definitely did not make the meme. I'm going to send you guys.
Oh yeah.
I'll send it to you after we log off.
All right.
I was trying to get through the outro.
Thanks for
you know?
listening.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
This has been a great time. Jay's talking over me again.
Okay,
You know what? Just take it.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Thanks
on.
for having
Thanks for
me,
listening,
guys.
everybody. Like us on YouTube and Odyssey. Leave a comment, subscribe, leave a rating on iTunes. I am so thrown off by that image. Have a good one, everybody.